Hi and welcome to your quick tutorial on how to master the kettlebell swing. My name is Yasmin Say. I'm founder and owner of Say Fitness Personal Training. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel to see more exercise tutorials like this one. Okay, let's get started. The kettlebell swing is a really great functional strength training exercise to include in your fitness toolbox. You might have seen it being performed on the gym floor or in exercise classes, but are just not sure about how to perform really strong technique. The thing is, where do you start in terms of a weight? A good guide is for women to start with an 8-kilogram kettlebell and for men to start at around 12 kilograms. But of course, this does depend on your strength level and also your experience too. So how do we get started with the technique? Well, the first principle to remember is that this is a hip hinge movement and not a squat. So what you might have seen in the past when this kettlebell swing is performed in the gym is people using the squat to propel the kettlebell forwards and up, rather than using the glutes, the power from the hip thrust, and essentially most of the posterior chain to propel the kettlebell forwards and up. So by breaking at the hips first and starting to create that momentum through the hips as you power forwards, engaging the glutes and the posterior chain, that's what builds that strength to propel the kettlebell forwards and up. So let's get into the exercise. I've got the kettlebell on the floor. I'm going to safely deadlift it up to standing. I'm going to bring my feet slightly wider than hip width apart with my toes turned out. Now, to safely start building that momentum into the full swing, I'm going to start with baby swings, and this helps me create that hip hinge movement. So I start to slowly break at the hips as I propel them forwards and start engaging the glutes. So I'm starting really slowly and making sure that I'm not using my arms to pull the kettlebell up. As I get into that momentum and I'm getting into that rhythm and building it up, I start to create a little bit more power, a little bit more strength through my glutes, and a little bit more speed to start driving the kettlebell up to about eye level. I'm keeping my eyes on the kettlebell all the time and making sure I have some softness in the knees so I'm not locking them out. Slowly release, hinge back up. Recapping on a few teaching points there. I started with those baby swings. So really being mindful that I build up that momentum slowly until I get a little bit more speed, a little bit more rhythm, and a little bit more power, starting to really drive those glutes, okay, and using the hamstrings as well to start propelling that kettlebell forward and up. I'm keeping my eyes on the kettlebell at all times as it goes through and then up. Where it reaches at the top point, it could be your eye level, it could be forehead. If you're coming into more of like an American kettlebell swing, you can do lots of different variations, but the American kettlebell swing propels the kettlebell all the way up, even over your head. Requires a little bit more core strength. So you're using a lot of muscles in this movement, which is why it is such a great functional strength tool. You're using your core, you're using your whole of your posterior chain, and you're really working that hip hinge movement pattern, which is an essential component of any strength training program. And once you've mastered the kettlebell swing, you can take this into any variation of the kettlebell swing that you prefer. You can do single arm, you can do rotational kettlebell swings, or you can also include other variations such as the American kettlebell swing. Well, I hope that tutorial was useful for you. Please remember to like, comment with any questions that you have, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.